So the next step is we're going to shade our 3D letters. So we need to decide where our light source is coming from. So for this drawing, I'm going to put the light source in front and kind of low. So I'm imagining there's a light kind of sitting behind me. So that means that the top of the letters is going to be the darkest gray. So I'm going to do those first. So I'm making the dark gray on the cylinder just in the center. I'm not wrapping it around because as it goes down the edge, the side of the cylinder where it curves, it's going to be slightly lighter than that very top section, and that's going to help the cylinder of the O look a little bit more round. And it's kind of hard to see on my screen here, but when you look at the example hung up in the room, you'll see it a little better. So now I'm just going to darken the tops of each of these letters. So I'm going to make this E really dark here. Now I'm filling it in, and I'm making it slightly darker at the back of the letter and a little bit slightly less dark at the front, because if our light source is coming from the front, as you move further back in space, it's going to get even more light or less light and be a little darker. So now for the sides, I'm doing a medium gray, so it's not quite as dark as I did the top of each letter. And I'm just filling it in with this medium gray along all of these sides. And I'm making them slightly darker at the back of the letter. Now for the O, I'm going to fill it in, and it's going to be pretty dark here inside the O, especially at the bottom, because that sort of is similar to the tops of our letters where it's flat there, and it's not going to get very much light inside the O. So this V where it's slanting in, I'm going to fill it in darker towards the small crevice of the V, and I decided to go back and do that for the L. I'm making it darker near where the corner is, where the crevice is, because less light gets in that crevice. So on the E, again, making it a medium gray, where I'm filling in, shading the E. Now I'm making the top of my E really dark again, especially in the corners. So I'm going to really darken those corners along the edge because there's not a lot of light getting there. Then I realize this top should be slightly darker. So you just go back and look and think about where are some areas where there will be more or less light. Less light, make it darker. More light, or go ahead and erase it. So that crevice I want to make even darker, and toward the back I want to make it even darker. Now take your eraser. I'm going to whiten up the fronts. Now I didn't color those at all because that's where the light is directly hitting the letter, so I'm just leaving those white. And I'm cleaning up all my smudges to kind of sharpen it up and make it look even more contrasty and dramatic. The key here is really just to make sure that each of the sides is consistent. So we have the top is the darkest for this example, the sides are medium gray, and then the front is just left white, and it's even across all of the letters, and that's what helps make it look realistic.